Well, I'm here. Epidemic Sound, who is a longtime partner of mine here on this channel, have been putting on this collaboration event in their office here in Stockholm, Sweden. If you are wondering why would they do that? I have been having the same question like literally every day for the last month and a half because I didn't really know what I was signing up for. So I arrived here Tuesday morning. We went on a boat tour. We met up with some other creators that were invited to the event of all different sort of genres, niches, like kind of all over the place with what they do, and some of Epidemic's artists that they work with for their music, like Henrik, who is known as Oi. So that was a great way to kind of get to know each other because the next 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, have been just like absolutely jam-packed. I can't really give you the details of like what we were brainstorming and what we were collabing on. It was like a giant mashup brainstorm, very structured, very organized, very interesting. Now, I can't tell you really anything more than that because they asked us not to. But here's what I will say. I had no idea what to expect in coming here. I'd never been to Sweden, never been to Stockholm, never been to Europe. I was really blown away with how interesting it was to be within internal Epidemic Sound. We're in their office, in their space, drinking their coffee. All of it. You know, one question I've had sort of leading up to this event, not knowing exactly what we were going to be doing, like we're doing all of this for background music, but being in their space and like with their teams, I realized it's so much bigger than background music. I got a tour of their offices while I was here, and I have to say I feel very spoiled as an American. Everybody speaks English, and I can just sort of take it for granted that I can speak English and I will be understood, but yet at the same time, like the culture is still here. It still feels like I'm in a different country. It's very quiet. There's traffic, there's bicycles, there's people. There's no horn honking or squeaky brakes like you might find in New York. And so it's like busy but chill. I say I feel sort of spoiled in that there's no language barrier, but yet I still get to experience the different culture. And so I love that. The event is over. Our 3 days are over. My flight leaves tomorrow morning and I have to pack up all my stuff. But real quick, if you've watched my channel for a while, you know that all my background music comes from Epidemic Sound. It has come from Epidemic Sound since I think 2016. And what Epidemic does is essentially they have a huge, like vast library of music tracks that creators can use as background music or soundtracking, as they might call it. If you're watching my videos, you're probably creating some type of content. In that sort of context, what I'm seeing and what I've experienced this week is Epidemic is a brand who is also sort of a thought leader in the content creation world, so to speak. I kind of feel like if you're gonna pay for licensing of your background music from somebody, let it be from a company that is kind of like leading the way. I guess what I'm trying to say is if you're a content creator, you create YouTube videos, if you're not using background music and you want to kind of like level up your content a little bit and start exploring that world, I cannot recommend Epidemic Sound enough, and I put a link down in the description so you can give it a try for 30 days. But also, if you think it might work well for your content, for your audience, for like what you're trying to do here on YouTube, also consider joining their ambassador program. And I'm saying this as somebody who's like, I'm recording this video from my hotel room in Stockholm where they brought me to like come hang out with them. Join their ambassador program. You get rewarded and compensated, you know, just for sharing Epidemic with other creators as well. You can't go wrong. I think I've left enough room in my suitcase for my way here that I'll be able to like fit the stuff that I bought. Like this t-shirt, I went to the Viking ship, the Vasa, to check that out. That was pretty cool because I do kind of like history, and we don't have Vikings or Viking ships back home, so Vasa. It is kind of embarrassing the amount of snacks that I packed in my suitcase. Because like I said, I had no idea what to expect. And even though I did say there isn't really a language barrier here, last night we were at dinner and I thought the waiter said we were having Atlantic shark. I was looking at it like, this definitely looks like salmon. And I wasn't real excited about having shark. He was saying artichoke, it turns out. It was not Atlantic shark, it was artichoke. But anyway, that sort of proves the case for why you should bring snacks with you when you go places, because you never know when you're going to be, you know, presented with food options that aren't all that enticing. I have an early wake up tomorrow, but I'm looking forward to the fact that the long leg of the trip, Stockholm to New York, is the first leg of the trip. I'm kind of hoping I'll sleep the whole time. But absolutely huge shout out to the whole Epidemic team. Thank you for being so hospitable. Thank you for bringing me here. This has been absolutely amazing. And I'm so excited about the future of content creation, especially if Epidemic's gonna be involved. Peace out, Stockholm. You've been great.